Hey guys, Albert here, coming at you with more Sharknado Week 2017 coverage. Today, we're talking about the premiere of Mississippi River Sharks. Now, this is a movie from director Misty Talley, based out of Louisiana, and if you were paying attention last year during Sharknado Week, she's the one who put out Ozark Sharks. And there's a lot of similarities between these two films. I really did enjoy Ozark Sharks back in 2016, and Mississippi River Sharks is an excellent follow-up to that effort. And I'm glad that Syfy is giving Misty Talley another shot, another chance to do something really cool here. There's not enough female directors in the genre business, and you do get some cool female directors getting in on this lower level B movie tier, and it's nice that they're getting a chance to work here where they might not in sort of the higher levels of Hollywood. Hopefully that'll trickle up eventually. But Misty Talley has brought back yet another dose of her Southern charm that also makes fun of Southern people. This shark movie, another freshwater shark movie, which I am not the biggest fan of. Okay, I like my sharks out in the open water with the ocean and the beach, right? When you set things on the river, it takes the stakes down. And I will say, Mississippi River Sharks, if I have a problem with it, it's that the stakes are way too low. There's never a moment in this movie where you feel the urgency and the ticking clock of people are gonna die, we have to save them, we have to hurry. It's like on the complete opposite end of Sharknado 4, where in Sharknado 4 everything was frenetic and rushing and action and just go, 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 more stuff, more stuff, more stuff. Mississippi River Sharks is so chill. Like, maybe we'll kill the sharks, maybe we won't. I mean, for sure, yeah, we will by the end, but we're gonna have some fun getting there, guys. And from a sense of just wanting maybe a little bit more action, a little bit more urgency from my shark films, I was not tuned into that. However, I really did enjoy just the tone of Mississippi River Sharks. While I wish that it had escalated somewhat towards the end, I felt like that there's a great humor to this story to start with. A lot of these shark movies, they just depend on you watching them and saying, it's ridiculous, there's a 5-headed shark, there's a tornado full of sharks, there's the mega shark, he's almost a mile long, ha ha ha, look how silly that is. I, as a rational person, am amused at these follies. And you do get some of that, okay? I'm not knocking that level of enjoyment, but what Ozark Sharks and Mississippi River Sharks have in common is that, like, they actually have jokes, all right? They have characters that say funny things on purpose. And it's not, like, weird and tongue-in-cheek. They're actually really well-delivered, well-implanted in the story type of humor. And speaking of the story, that's another thing I really enjoyed about this. Not the story itself, okay? Like, the whole exploits of the sharks was, again, I could have done with a little bit more action. But what we get from these characters and the care that's given to how these people are drawn, even the people who are cliches, right? Like I think he's the mayor who also owns a car dealership, who's running the fishing jamboree that's the setting of this place. He's just a crotchety old guy, but he's a lot of fun. And you know, there are several sort of cliched redneck characters like that I think if someone from Hollywood was drawing these cliches, it would come across like, guys, really? Like this, you got no sensitivity. You don't understand where these people are coming from. But to have a director who's based in Louisiana working with people more or less who are from Louisiana to put this film together, you really get a sense of, hey, we're all kind of making fun of ourselves. It's not like looking down on rednecks, but it's sort of poking fun at the foibles of people from the South, which I'm from the South, all right? sort of. It's Florida. I don't know how much that counts. Also, I'm the son of a Yankee, so I mean, I can throw in the accent if y'all want. Like, I do get that from around here, but it's really not mine. I can just sort of put it on or take it off or whatever. It's all good. But as you go up the ladder towards the more, A-level characters, you get a little bit more depth than you're usually going to find in these shark films. Okay, the main character, I would argue, is this girl who's come back home from college, and she had gone to college as a biology major, and she's, her big news that she tells her dad is, hey, I dropped out of biology. Maybe that's not my thing, right? Maybe I should just work in the store with you because I've got to school and it's real tough, right? It seemed like I was pretty smart in this, little small podunk town. But now that I got into the big city college, turns out there's a lot of other people who are as smart or smarter than I am. I'm going to be a disappointment. And the film just head on addresses the idea of expectations and, getting behind someone, right? Like her dad is trying to encourage her, and yet in his encouragement, he's made her feel like she's going to be a failure if she doesn't become the savior of the world scientifically somehow. And that pressure has caused her to drop out of college. And you have the guy who stayed behind, right? The dude who's still in town who had a crush on her in high school, and he's sort of working through his whole deal. All of the way these characters are drawn, while staying true to the comedy, is, I think, very well-rounded and realistic for a film like this. The other layer that's extra fun here is that one of the characters that comes into the film is a star of a cheesy shark series called Sharkbait. And there's this whole set of mythology that's built up around the Sharkbite? I think it was Sharkbite, actually. The Sharkbite series that is not a real series, but they did have an actual actor, I think Jason London or Jeremy London, or maybe both. My wife knows who the actor was. I don't know anything about pop culture, so I wouldn't have known him if he was famous. But he's here, the actor in universe of these cheesy shark movies is here signing autographs, getting involved in this shark kerfuffle, and the meta commentary on enjoying shark films that are not great, as many of them that aren't Jaws basically are, I thought was a lot of fun and really came from a spirit of someone who, obviously the director is making these movies, right? So she has to have some kind of connection to those types of films. And here she is acknowledging that fandom and acknowledging that's a little bit silly, but also that it's, it's a legitimate form of expression and enjoyment. And we can, I'm going to get behind the idea that we can enjoy these cheesy shark movies, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I love them. And I like that was presented here in sort of an even-handed way. And it wasn't, one of my least favorite shark movies ever is Sharktopus. Because in that film, you get the sense that the people making Sharktopus are just looking down on the idea of being a fan of cheesy B shark movies. And this is the opposite of that. This is somebody saying, yeah, okay, sure, these films aren't amazing, but we can enjoy them anyway. We can find something to laugh at. There's nothing wrong with that. And to have that within a shark movie, and that could have been really hokily handled, but I thought that it fit in really well with the story that they're telling here in Mississippi River Sharks, and it was good. It was fun to watch. I watched, especially the first hour with my wife and my son AJ, who's just turned 5, and we had some really good laughs at some of the jokes, at some of the fun cheesy special effects. There's a guy who gets a shark just like eats directly through his midsection and it's just sticking out both sides. And great, silly looking special effects that you can tell are on purpose, right? That they're not like, man, I wish we had more money and we could have really made that guy with the shark sticking all the way through his body look good. Oh well. No, they're working within the limitations and really making something fun. And I'm happy. It was not perfect. As I mentioned earlier, the pacing problems took it down from like a 10 on the B Shark movie scale to 7 or 8. But this is good quality continuing, right? We started off with Five-Headed Shark Attack in Sharknado week, and that was good stuff. We're here on Mississippi River Sharks. There's going to be a bad one at some point, and I will tell you about it when it is. Trust me, I will tell you when I'm like, I hated that one. I don't know why. Well, I was like, well, it was 2 hours of my life, guys. But we're 2 for 2 so far. We've got 2 wins on the board. We've got 3 more movies left. 3 more movies. Yeah. So, Wednesday, I'll be back. Probably Thursday morning, honestly, for this Toxic Shark review. We've got not Planet of the Sharks, Empire of the Sharks. That's on Saturday. And then we're wrapping things up with Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. We're covering them all, guys. Sharknado week is here, and it's my favorite week of the year. This is my Super Bowl. This is my favorite thing. I'm just happy that I can turn on sci-fi at any point this week, and there's just going to be bad sharks. There's just going to be bad sharks, and I love it. I hope you guys love it too. I will see you guys with the next review for the Sharknado week, so stay tuned for that. Leave a comment if you have some thoughts and you want to share them with me. I will endeavor to respond to all of those comments. And I'll see you guys with the next film in Sharknado week on, again, probably Thursday after it drops on Wednesday. Take care, guys.